The isekai anime genres is one of those genres that could be either trash or absolute peak. So for the past few months I've been addicted to watching isekai anime, and these are the top 10 isekai that I've watched so far. Let's get into it.
And now I've been reincarnated as a sword. Really?
Coming in at number 10 is Reincarnated as a Sword. The main character dies in a car accident and gets reincarnated as a sword. Just like the title says, I know, crazy. So, armed with the power of telepathy, he figures out how to level up, and he eventually, after a while of just roaming around and killing monsters, runs into a worthy builder. The story just focuses on the journey of an outcast black cat and the sword. This is one of those stories that is so interesting to watch because the premise is so different from the usual isekai anime where the main character gets reincarnated and is immediately OP.
I'm trying to say is, I think I like you!
I'm flattered, but I'm afraid you're not really my type.
Coming in at number 9, we have RE Rebirth Verse. It's a story about a delinquent who often finds himself in trouble, and he runs into the girl of his dreams, so he naturally decides to chase after her. And in doing so, he ends up in a parallel universe where the girl lives, and he decides to start battling waves of monsters just to keep her safe. Now, I'm not really a big fan of these characters or stories about a guy chasing after a girl and that's the whole plot. I'm not really into it, but if you look past all that pining and yearning, whatever, you find a really interesting anime story, and I recommend this because you can even binge this in a whole night.
Come forward, human. You would do well to listen.
At number 8, we have Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. I know, I talk about this a lot, but come on, it's a really good isekai anime. So, the story follows Makota, who was summoned to another world to be a hero, only to find out his unique skill is online grocery. Due to this, his skill is deemed useless, quote unquote, so he's given some money and he sets off to live a quiet life. But the twist is, his life is far from quiet when he meets the legendary creature Fel, who decides to become his familiar just to eat his food from the online grocery. It's a fun watch, 2 seasons, very light. It's also so entertaining because of all the shenanigans that they get into. But it's a really good cozy anime, and if you haven't watched it yet, watch my cozy anime recommendation next after this, link in the top right corner, and I will see you there. But let's move on to number 7.
The Overseas Manager, Denosuke Uchimura!
At number 7, we have Headhunted to Another World. So, an overworked salaryman gets summoned to another world to work for the Overlord as one of his big 4. The benefits of the job are too good to resist. He's drafted as one of the elite 4 generals of the Overlord's army as the overseas manager. As much as the Overlord believes in him, he has to prove himself to the other elite generals. He ends up proving himself by working diligently and well, and he becomes part of the elite 4. Now, side note, the Overlord is actually such a big green flag. I like him. He's by far my favorite character. So this anime is really interesting. It gives the person who has been isekai the option to either stay or leave. So in order to find out what happens, you need to go watch this.
I've been reincarnated. Who'd have guessed something that ridiculous could happen in real life?
Number 6, we have Jobless Reincarnation. A jobless man gets hit by a truck trying to save some kids. He gets reincarnated with all his memories and has to navigate this unfamiliar world and develop his skills. The other characters in this story have their own quirks and problems and issues. They're not just side characters, just there to serve for the plot, which drives you to want to watch more and learn more about what's happening in this world.
I was a king.
At number 5, we have the beginning after the end. Gray was a king who ruled over a land that knew nothing but death and destruction. He was killed and reincarnated in a world with magic. We watch how he unlearns everything he thought was true in his old world. So it's such an interesting story. It takes the approach of watching him grow up from like infancy. Really interesting and great side characters, for real.
Where's my console? I can't use Chatter Call at GM. What's going on?
At number 4, we have Overloard. A role-playing game gets shut down and traps the only logged-in player as the Overlord. All the other characters don't know he is not from that world, and it's a really good anime. We see a lot of like politics. I don't really have much to say about the Overlord because it's just one of those series that once you start to watch, you just want to know what's next. And you keep on watching to see how the main character who gets trapped in this world, how he navigates everything and how he rules. This is one of those animes that are really good to binge. So if you want something that's good, that's really good for you to watch for like a while, that's actually really interesting, I recommend this.
It's no good. If that's how I do against an ex-soldier, I'll never be the Eminence in Shadow.
At number 3, we have Eminence in Shadow. Hit by Tycoon, he gets reincarnated in a world with magic. Born into a family of aristocrats, he likes to fake that he's weak and defenseless. He rescues a girl and lies to her about a cult, but turns out that the cult he was lying about, that he completely made up, is true. He creates an underground organization based on lies, only to find out that that organization actually exists. It's really interesting. This guy is power hungry and very, very shameless. He's a very entertaining character.
Where's the rest of the...
Number 2, we have The Rising of the Shield Hero. Naofumi was a normal otaku who got summoned to another world as one of the 4 cardinal weapons. And the cardinal weapons are sword, spear, bow, and shield. And the one that he got stuck with is the shield. He quickly finds out that the shield hero is an outcast and that people really didn't like him. So nobody supported him. It's really interesting to see how his comeback is gonna be like after being outcast and treated like shit by everybody else, just simply because they fear him. So that is The Rising of the Shield Hero.
No doubt. It appears I was stabbed, died, and reincarnated as a slime.
Number 1, we have That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It is about a 40-year-old virgin who gets stabbed to death and gets reincarnated as a slime. Finds himself in a dungeon and starts to just absorb things. Those things make him level up in such unique ways. He runs into the most iconic dragon named Veldora. I love him. Who he absorbs and wanders into the world. Now this anime has the best world building in Isekai that I've seen so far, and it has humor. So if you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it. It's really interesting. It will keep you sat and paying attention for hours. And that is my top 10 Isekai anime that I have watched so far. If there's any anime that I've missed on this list, please comment below. If there's another list that you would like to see, kindly comment down below. I will try to make a video on that, and I will see you guys later. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.